Hi.
Thank you, Heather. Super nervous. Okay. First, I want to thank Stride. I love them. I brag about them all the time. I did a project on them last year in my class, and I got an A. I'm so happy to see them, and I do try and take time to volunteer. They are awesome. They're supportive, loving, and they're just really wonderful people. First, I want to tell you, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drug dealer. I grew up in a 2-parent home. I have siblings. And homelessness, it sucks. It's hard. You learn a lot about yourself when you're at your worst and your most bottom. Unfortunately, I experienced homelessness. My husband abandoned us, me and my girls, and I was fortunate enough the landlord let me stay in the apartment for a whole weekend to figure out where I was going to go. I found a shelter program, and I left my apartment and I left all my belongings. I packed what I could because I was by myself. I got into a shelter program. I was there for 2 months. I found out about Stride actually through my best friend Kristen, because she was homeless, and she told me about Carl, which he was my case manager, and I don't see him here, so when you guys see him, you tell him I'm upset with him. But I understand things happen, and I heard he's going through some medical stuff. But I called Carl, I got on the list, I was patient, and when you're going through something that you don't want to go through, especially when you have a 4-month-old baby and you have a 7-year-old and she doesn't know what's going on and why we have to leave, you kind of want to give up. But I didn't. I went through steps, and I did what I had to do because I wasn't by myself. If I was by myself, I probably would have given up, but I didn't. So I was in a shelter program for 2 months, from October 2012 till January 2013. Carl called me. I had found a full-time job. I was working in Highlands Ranch in a call center, Verizon. So I had a full-time job, and he called me, and he told me I had reached the top of the list, and I could start looking for housing. So I was super, super excited. I was like, finally, yes. The apartment that I live in now is the same apartment that I am still at because of Stride. It's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 900 square feet. I provided my girls stability. I used their resources. Stride has so many. I had nothing. Nothing. I got furniture, dishes, I got a computer so I could have some kind of internet access. I couldn't buy my daughter, my baby, any clothes for her first year of her life. And because of Carl, I found a resource that provided clothes for her, and it's based in Lakewood. And because of them, I got clothes. I had everything for her, and I give her clothes back to them because of what they did for me. I donate all of our clothes, all of our shoes, anything I do. I don't take it to ARC. I don't take it to the Goodwill. I take it to someone that can have access to it immediately. What else? Diapers, toilet paper, toiletries, deodorant. I got all that from Stride. And they want you to be self-sufficient. I became really resourceful because of them. I came to Carl with problems, and he always had some kind of solution. If one solution didn't work, the next one did. So I've been in my apartment, Belmore Groves in Lakewood off of Teller Street, going on my 3rd year. I completed my Stride program this year in February. And now I set goals for myself because of them. When I come across a problem, I whip out my resource list and everything, or I'll call them. Carl, I was on the verge of losing my apartment because I didn't have a full-time job. I'm a full-time student, and Carl gave me a resource through the county, and I qualified for $2,500, and I was able to pay my rent for 2 months and all of my bills. Again, and I wasn't even in the program anymore. I had finished in February, and this happened in June, and they still were there for me. They provided me with additional support through the Mile High Church, Jenny, Jeff, I don't see Joe, and they are unbelievable. They are so positive and uplifting. You can literally cry. Jenny brought my daughter school supplies this year. I didn't have to buy her nothing. So right now, I am a sophomore at MSU Denver, and I am majoring in speech communications with a concentration in public address and rhetoric and a minor in public relations. So this was kind of good practice for me today. So I want to thank Sarah and Sabrina, Jenny, Jeff, Carl, Julie, and the whole Stride organization. I love you. I brag about you guys all the time, and I always tell you. I emailed Sarah the other day the project that I did, and I hope, people get to hear about you because this program is awesome and it's great, and you can fall 1,000,000 times and they will never make you feel bad because you fell. Thank you.